You know, I never thought I would be a teacher when I first started making music, because making music is just one of those things where you're constantly learning still. I still learn every day, you know. I by no means claim to know everything. But once I did start teaching, I got great fulfillment from it, and just, I love teaching these days. I love sharing the knowledge. I love like shaping young minds and seeing how they think, and I get a lot of inspiration from my students because their creative process is so free still, whereas, you know, an artist like me at a point where I'm at in my career, like, it's a lot more calculated, and I think about things a little bit more. So it's really a pleasure to watch like just pure creation come out of these kids as they start learning how to make music. To me, mentorship is just like, it's vital, because when I was, you know, a kid, I didn't have too many people to show me how to do music, how to make music. There was no YouTube, there were no tutorials that you could just get on and learn. So it was people like my man Sacred over here at the shop that you're about to meet, like, who just passed on the knowledge of record digging, production, making beats. So mentorship's important these days, you know, with my students. I'd say a good half of my students I end up becoming mentors for, and we become good friends. It just feels good, man. It's nice to be there for people, give them advice in the business, give them advice on their music, and, you know, then it's sort of like becomes a crew, and everyone's kind of a team, and there's strength in numbers for us as a label, as a community. Sometimes there's just great chemistry between either students link up together and like decide they're gonna form a project or a group together, or just I vibe really well with a certain student, and it doesn't always happen, but it's like when it does happen, it's truly special. And I have students, you know, I've been teaching at Point Blank for 3 years now, and I have students from my first terms that I'm still good friends with and who still call me for advice, or, yo, can you check this mix for me and let me know what you think of it? How's it sounding? What should I do with it? Who should I send it to? Do you know any labels who might be interested in this? So it's cool to build those partnerships with people, you know? One of the coolest things about like Point Blank and the instructors that we have, myself included, is that none of us are, you know, full-time teachers. We're actually full-time producers, DJs, working in the industry. We're all very much involved in the scene, whatever scene you're into, whether it be the techno scene or the hip hop scene, or, you know, whatever it is, house music. Every teacher at Point Blank is actually involved in one of those scenes. So for students to get a hands-on relationship with us, I think really helps them to not only grow as students, but grow as people and get exposure to the real side of things, which is when you get out of school, how are you gonna work in this business, and where do you wanna work in this business? Yeah.